So, you want to be financially smart? Well, congratulations, because apparently it's as easy as cutting out your daily latte. Who knew it was that simple? Next thing you know, you'll be swimming in money, all thanks to that $5 coffee you didn't buy. Ah, the magic of personal finance. Let's be honest for a moment. They say financial intelligence is all about diving deep into balance sheets and having a PhD in stock market gibberish. But come on, who has the time for that when you've got a whole season of your favorite show waiting for you on Netflix? Financial wisdom sounds like a secret society reserved for those who spend their weekends buried in spreadsheets and pondering over stock charts. If that's your idea of a good time, great. For the rest of us, let's keep it real. You don't need to be a finance guru to make your money work for you. Here's the deal. Becoming financially savvy doesn't require a lifetime of studying or complex strategies that make you feel like you need a degree to understand. Spoiler alert, forget the myth that financial intelligence is some elusive treasure only accessible to a chosen few. You don't need to be a Wall Street wizard or have a secret financial formula to get your act together. So let's cut through the nonsense and make this financial stuff as easy as not cutting out your latte. Debunking common financial myths. Budgeting. Budgeting. The holy grail of financial advice. Because nothing screams living the dream like meticulously tracking every single cent you spend on overpriced avocado toast and artisanal kombucha. Let's face it, traditional budgeting can sometimes feel like a never-ending episode of The Chore Channel. Sure, in theory, it's supposed to help you manage your money better, but in reality, it often becomes an exercise in frustration. You end up obsessing over where every penny goes, feeling guilty for that spontaneous pizza night, and wondering if there's a special prize for being the most financially disciplined person on earth. Spoiler alert, there isn't. Sometimes all this budgeting does is add more stress to your life, making you question if it's worth it. Cutting out lattes. If I hear one more person say that skipping my daily latte will turn me into a millionaire, I might just scream. Seriously, folks, unless that latte is secretly made of gold, it's not going to magically solve all your financial problems. Sure, cutting out small indulgences like a $5 coffee might save you a few bucks, but let's be honest, it's not going to change the fact that you've got actual bills, student loans, or a mortgage that needs paying. Telling someone to cut out their latte is like suggesting that fixing a flat tire with duct tape is a permanent solution. It overlooks the bigger, more pressing issues in financial management. Saving 10% of your income. Just save 10% of your income, they say. Yeah, right. After paying for rent, bills, and the occasional meal that isn't fast food, you're left with about 10 cents to save. It's like the financial equivalent of trying to fill a bathtub with a garden hose. An excellent idea, but not particularly effective. Advising someone to save a specific percentage without considering their actual expenses is like handing them a map to a treasure they will never find. In reality, saving isn't always as straightforward as putting away a set percentage, especially when life throws curveballs like unexpected medical bills or car repairs. Automate your savings. Let's be honest. I'm only saving money if it's out of my hands. Literally, if I must remember to save, it's probably not going to happen. That's why automating your savings is the financial equivalent of hiring a personal assistant who never sleeps. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account, and voila. Your money is saved without you even thinking about it. It's like tricking yourself into being responsible. Set it and forget it, just like you do with those leftovers in the back of your fridge that you keep promising to eat. It's a hassle-free way to build your savings without the constant reminder that you should probably stop spending on impulse buys. Invest in what you know now. If you're not ready to become the next Warren Buffett, here's a tip that's easier than trying to decode stock market jargon. Invest in what you already know. If you're buying it, chances are other people are too. Love streaming services? Invest in their parent companies? Can't get enough of your favorite snack? Maybe it's time to put your money where your mouth is. It's like playing a game where you're already on easy mode. Instead of drowning in complex financial theories, just put your money into what you use daily. If you're into pop culture, think of it like investing in the next big thing before it's fantastic. Less risk, more fun, and you don't need a PhD in finance to get started. Side hustles. Side hustles. The modern-day equivalent of the hustle culture's favorite pastime. Because who doesn't want to spend their nights and weekends working even more? Yay for side hustles. It's like your main job wasn't already draining enough. But seriously, side hustle can be a great way to earn extra cash if you have the time and energy. Whether it's freelance gigs, selling crafts online, or walking dogs, a side hustle can be a creative outlet and a way to boost your income. Remember, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes it's more like juggling flaming swords while riding a unicycle. But hey, if you're up for it, it can be a practical and fun way to pad your wallet and add a bit of variety to your life. The importance of financial smarts. Why it matters. Okay, so being financially smart might not be the most exciting topic ever. It's no secret that talking about budgets and savings isn't exactly a thrill ride. But think about it this way. Either mastering financial smarts or resigning yourself to a life of ramen noodles and coupon clipping. We're discussing avoiding the dread of maxed-out credit cards and the stress of living paycheck to paycheck. Financial literacy isn't just about putting away money for a rainy day. It's about giving yourself the freedom to live a life where you don't constantly worry about your next meal or whether you can afford a surprise weekend getaway. Imagine not having to choose between paying bills and buying groceries. Sounds like a win to me. Relatable examples. Let's get real for a second. Imagine a world where you can buy something without frantically checking your bank balance first. I know, it's a wild concept. Picture this. You're in a store and see a cool gadget or that fancy gadget you've been eyeing for ages. Instead of sweating bullets and trying mental math in your head, you can go for it because you have the money to cover it. It's not just about the big-ticket items either. Being financially savvy means enjoying the small pleasures in life without guilt, like treating yourself to a nice dinner without wondering if you'll be eating instant noodles for the rest of the month. Financial freedom means peace of mind, and who doesn't want that? It's like having a superpower that lets you live your life without worrying about whether you'll make it to the next payday. How to get started. Actionable steps. All right, so you're convinced that becoming financially smart is worth it. Where do you start? Simple steps, my friend. Here's your game plan. Open a savings account. This is your financial home base. It's where your money goes to chill out and grow. There is no need for a ceremonial ritual. Pick a bank and get it done. Remember that you have a savings account. You'd be amazed how many people forget about their savings account once it's opened. It's like setting a reminder on your phone, but for your finances. Put a sticky note on your fridge or set a recurring calendar event. Whatever works to keep it top of mind. Actually, put money in it. This is the part where you actually contribute to your savings. You can't just open the account and leave it to fill up magically. Make it a habit. Toss a little bit into that account for every paycheck. It's not rocket science, it's just consistency. Making it fun. Here's a little twist to make saving less of a chore and more of a game. Challenge yourself to save $5 a day. Sounds manageable, right? It's like setting up a mini game where you're the hero trying to beat your previous record. Miss a day? No sweat. Start again tomorrow. Turn it into a friendly competition with yourself. Track your progress with an app or a good old-fashioned notebook. It's like leveling up in a game, but the reward is a healthier bank balance and less financial stress. Make it fun, and suddenly saving money isn't a punishment. It's just part of your everyday adventure. So, there you have it. Being financially smart is easy, or at least, it's easier than understanding why rent is so high or why your student loans feel like a bad joke. We've debunked some classic myths, like the magical powers of budgeting, the latte fallacy, and the mystical 10% savings rule. We've also tossed in some unconventional tips that are doable. Automate your savings, invest in what you know, and, yes, consider a side hustle if you're up for it. Remember, financial literacy doesn't have to be a snooze fest. It can be straightforward, practical, and even fun if you let it. So, let's ditch the complex strategies and embrace the simple, effective stuff. Now, if you enjoyed this delightful romp through the world of financial advice, or if you just need a good laugh at how ridiculous some money tips can be, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You'll get more obvious financial wisdom and witty commentary that makes understanding money less painful. Plus, you'll join a community that's all about making financial smarts easier and a bit more entertaining. So, come along for the ride, and let's make this whole being financially smart thing as painless as possible. Catch you in the next video.